So, welcome to my channel. If you haven't guessed what it's called already, check it out down below. Kung Fu Hot Dog, that's right. And I thought let's give you a quick roundup of a couple of news stories this week which caught my eye and made me go, maybe. I kind of think, I kind of like what's behind some of these stories. So, E3 2021, it's going to be a first digital experience, meaning that you'll have to watch it from the comfort of your own home. There's no physical attendance as far as I can tell. Well, why would there be? We're still coming out of the throes of a pandemic. But you know what? E3 used to be such a big deal for me. But then Sony dropped out, or should I say PlayStation dropped out, and leaving Xbox and Nintendo, who are kind of more friends than rivals as it goes. But I used to like it when the three titans were there because it was awesome. The state of plays by Sony, haven't been really keen on them, to be honest, if they're being quite dull and boring for the most part. And I came away with disappointed there was no new Uncharted game or a new IP or a new Killzone game coming out. And I know that can't happen at the moment because Guerrilla Games are already in the midst of working on Horizon Zero Dawn 2. So we know that can't happen. But a quick story that just caught my eye anyway today actually came out 4 hours ago. It's care of the IB Times. Never heard of them before, but Rockstar Games confirms their E3 2021 attendance. Rumored that there'll be new games at the event. So I'll just read this very quickly to you. So apart from that, what I've just said, people are expecting it to be GTA 6, Grand Theft Auto 6. I hope so. On Twitter, user Trevor Martin confirmed that Take-Two's Interactive would be at the E3 event this year. He also asked fans which among Rockstar Games titles would likely to be announced at one of the biggest all virtual games conventions of the year. Of course, GTA 6 was top of the guess for most fans, but most disappointingly, which I find a bit strange, people are saying that the announcement would include a release date for GTA 5, the enhanced and expanded edition. Now, the enhanced part doesn't really blow the wind up my boxer shorts. If you've got a really badass gaming rig, a PC, you can get those enhancements anyway. But the expanded edition, okay, that could be more DLC, I'm assuming, or actual DLC. Yeah, was there ever DLC for GTA 5? I don't think so, was there? So who knows what they means by the expanded, but that's how I take it. And if you look at Mr. Martin's Twitter feed here. So what do you think we'll get? Well, Mafia, not really. Max Payne would be the one I would want, actually, given the fact that, both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One Series S and X have now faster loading times, because Max Payne 3, that's a fantastic game, but boy, did it take long to load if you died in the middle of a shootout or whatever. So I could see that happening, but it's far down the list anyway, hence kind of why it's like second from the bottom there. A new IP, no, the one thing I'll say about Rockstar Games, I think they're really fantastic. I think if if Mike Pondsmith had given them the reins to the cyberpunk universe, even the Witcher universe to a degree, and let them make those games, this is just like my fantasy side of things. Fantasy football, this is my fantasy video game side of things. If Rockstar Games had gotten hold of those properties, I think they would have done a better job than CD Projekt Red did. I'm pretty sure, I'll say 95% sure that Rockstar would have come out with a fantastic cyberpunk game on time, with probably even better graphics than what CD Projekt Red gave us, and they would have been laughing all the way to the bank. But sadly, Mike Pondsmith didn't consider them. Did he approach them, or did they approach him? I don't know. But Rockstar Games, they are one of my favorite developers. Of course, they're not perfect. They've obviously had their issues with crunch and things going on behind the scenes there, and one of their key writers or creators leaving as well. But you know what? I can always, I mean, look, I've just seen a Red Dead 2 remastered there. No one's going to be interested in that. I think the game that's come out already is fantastic anyway, from the bits of gameplay I've had of it. So now this story caught me off guard yesterday because really people like The Hollywood Reporter or Variety weren't even commenting on this or even reporting it themselves. They only do so on reliable, verified sources. Now, MovieWeb, I'm not sure how good they are as a source of information, whether it's credible or not, but they're one of the people that are running with this story at the moment. They are treating it as a rumor to be fair to their coverage. So Spider-Man 4 rumored to reunite Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire at Sony. Sam Raimi is currently directing Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness as we speak. So he's kind of become hot property again. Sam Raimi was never not hot in my opinion, but I'm really intrigued by this because, as you know, Tom Holland, my favorite Peter Parker / Spider-Man, the Steve Ditko version, if you like, where I think Andrew Garfield is this spectacular Spider-Man, and then Maguire is the John Romita Spider-Man. His contract actually ends with this particular one, Far From Home. Not Far From Home. It's No Way Back. No Way Home. Yeah, No Way Back is that Tom Cruise film. Damn you, Tom Cruise, for taking that title. But yeah, I could see him. He could renew his contract because Holland has gone on record saying, look, when his gig is over for the MCU, I'm still going to make Spider-Man films for Sony, so we could possibly get that Tom Hardy, Tom Holland, the two H. It's not funny, the THs coming together, well, meeting together for the first time on the screen. Coming together just sounded really, really awful. But look, Sam Raimi didn't part on the greatest of terms with Sony when he made Spider-Man 3. They wanted that whole one villain too many subplot thrown into number 3. Spider-Man 3 wasn't a completely terrible film, but Bryce Dallas Howard as Gwen Stacy, probably my favorite female in the Marvel comics, and she was just treated like a blonde bimbo on screen. Sure, Bryce Dallas Howard looked like her. She weren't Gwen Stacy in my eyes. Emma Stone did a much better job as far as I'm concerned with the Andrew Garfield iteration. So, I'll just read a bit here and you can make up your own mind really what you think about this rumor. So ready your salt servers for this latest rumor, as a new insider report claims that Sony Pictures has reportedly expressed interest in bringing back director Sam Raimi and star Tobey Maguire for Spider-Man 4, continuing the franchise they started back in 2002. Was it really? Yeah, that was when Sony bought the rights to Spider-Man from Marvel Comics for $7 million. I mean, back then that was still considered chicken change, and well, good for Sony at least for doing that, and Marvel had no choice. They were going to go bankrupt. Now, while this latest Spider-Man rumor will require a fistful of salt to help it go down, it is worth remembering that not only is there heavy speculation that Maguire will return to the role for the MCU Spider-Man No Way Home, but that both Marvel and DC are planning on going to some crazy places as they branch out into exploring the multiverse. Well, listen, the thing with DC, I think they're just copying Marvel in terms of the whole multiverse thing. They weren't doing it before. The DCEU was just really they're DC heroes and villains in one universe, but now they want to do this crazy Flashpoint movie where Michael Keaton's Batman is meant to be coming back, but Michael Keaton hasn't actually confirmed he is returning as Batman because he's got an ongoing film project or two in the pipeline that he's already working on. So he's not really committed. Maybe he's having itchy feet at the moment, or he's negotiating a paid deal that he gets to appear more than once as older Bruce Wayne in, well, maybe not just a Flashpoint movie, but other Batman films in the future. So who knows about that? But yes, the report goes on to state that at least this is simply an idea that is being considered by Sony, and that neither Sam Raimi nor Tobey Maguire have yet discussed the possibility of a fourth Spider-Man movie in their series. I mean, the thing is, I don't think Avi Arad is working there anymore. I know Sam Raimi had problems with him or creative differences when he's working on Spider-Man 3. But you know what? If this happens, who do you think would be the main villain to return? Now, I hope it's not Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn / the Green Goblin. I mean, he pretty much died in the first Spider-Man film, but of course, this is Sam Raimi, the master of horror. Everything can be very deceptive to the human eye, so you never know. They might retcon that and say, well, he didn't really die, this happened instead. You know, that could all happen, but, you know, they could have had him in a chamber somewhere and then, you know, kept him alive for whatever period of time. So, yeah, I mean, look, if they're going to bring him back, I would say use Kraven the Hunter. I think Sam Raimi, with his horror experience, could make a really, truly terrifying villain in the form of that person. Maybe get someone like Pierce Brosnan to play Kraven, or perhaps John Wick himself, Keanu Reeves, maybe. I know that was kind of a rumor or speculation earlier on this year, but go for somebody different. You know, give us someone that we've never seen before. And I don't know how old Maguire is now. Hopefully he's still in shape, because his weight does fluctuate from time to time, if you've seen those pictures. But if he's game for it, he'll only come back because Sam Raimi's involved, and obviously he and Sam are very good friends in real life. So I'm very curious about this one, to be honest. Yeah, but look, it's a strange time in movies. It's a very, very, and look, oh God, I mean, look at this. They were talking about Anne Hathaway playing Black Cat, and I'm glad they didn't go ahead with that. She wouldn't be my idea of Black Cat at all. You'd have to bring in maybe Ana de Armas or Isa Gonzalez now, I would say. Someone that has that real sex appeal to them. Anne Hathaway, for me, doesn't have that. Sorry, Anne Hathaway fans. But yeah, it's a crazy rumor. I just thought I'd touch on these two stories of that kind of brewed quite a bit of a yeast at the top of the beer this week, and I thought I'd share those with you. So what do you think about E3 2021? Are you excited for that video game event this year? Do you think it has any meaning or relevance? I don't, to be honest, not with the way things are going right now. And will PlayStation ever return to that platform? Because really, State of Play ain't doing it for me at the moment. And Tobey Maguire as an older Peter Parker, older Spider-Man, returning maybe to Sony next year. Maybe a new project will begin, who knows, but the possibilities are endless. And on that note, thank you very much for watching this video today. If you liked what you've seen, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll catch you on my next upload. Toodaloo!